Look at that delicious dish, everyone. I'll bet money that you had no idea that it came out of a plastic bag that's rotating in that bath of warm agua. Right, Ruby?
It is a sous vide, right?
It is a sous vide. Joining us this morning on Fox 26 Morning News Extra, we have a contestant from that brand new awesome reality cooking show, Master Chef with Gordon Ramsay, and our new friend here, Alvin Schultz, is a contestant on the show. He's a Houstonian, and Ruben Dominguez is our chatter, right? You recap
Master Chef correspondent.
Oh, okay. And you know, Ruben does the correspondence for American Idol, X Factor coming up. Right?
Right, and we're doing, actually, we're doing a little segment called Table Talk. Chef Danny and I will be with you every morning after you see an episode of Master Chef. But let's talk about this guy. He's the star.
Oh, wow. Great. All right, so Alvin, what are you making for us today?
We're doing a steak and eggs, cleverly. So I've got a medallion of beef ribeye, and inside of here we actually have a runny egg yolk, just like a sunny side up steak and eggs.
Right.
So we cooked this in the circulator earlier. I'm just going to start plating it here. This is a red wine caramel. We just do a little design on the plate that looks nice here. This is a seasonal vegetable hash. All the produce came from farmers markets and stuff locally here.
Right.
Texas grown. And another little smidge of that.
That looks delicious.
Thank you.
So what's that, potato?
Got some potato, asparagus, some capers, some green onions, some peppers.
Oh, Alvin, I love capers.
Capers are awesome.
Yes.
Love them?
Yes.
So we just put the steak on top of that. Top it with a little bit of microgreen.
Okay, but what's the torch for?
The torch is for searing the steak. So when we cook it in the water bath, you don't get any of that caramelization, that crust that you like on top of your steak, right?
Okay, can we show a little bit of that?
Absolutely.
Can I be your sous chef?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Take the greens off.
Oh, I see a little yolk.
Hit it with the torch.
Okay, now is this the only way you're cooking this?
No, the steak is fully cooked through inside of the water bath.
Okay, so that's called sous vide. And explain to us what sous vide is.
Sous vide is highly accurate cooking using a water bath to heat the food instead of a traditional frying pan.
Right.
You just have a very precisely controlled water bath.
And Ruben, I don't know if you could. Is it safe for him to put his finger in and take the bag out?
Yeah.
This is something that my
Can I use the tongs?
All right. Okay. What it was.
Food should be dangerous.
I know,
right?
but I don't know if you guys. My mother years ago used to do boil in a bag.
Yeah.
So this is kind of reminding me of that.
Very, very similar, yeah.
Yeah?
Very similar.
All right, so then you basically cook it in here, and then you torch it to finish it.
Just to give it some color and texture.
Now I understand there's a little surprise in the meat.
There is. If you guys want to grab a knife and fork, if you cut straight down into that steak, you're going to get a lovely runny yellow egg yolk.
While Cleverly is doing that, Alvin, I've got to ask you about the show, because for the folks that are fans of the show and watch it, my question is, when you wheel your cart in, you go before the judges. Obviously, there's a lot of made-for-TV drama. What's that moment like when you actually plate the dish and Gordon and the other chefs are coming up and tasting it?
And standing in front of Chef Ramsay and Chef Elliott and Joe Bastianich is unbelievable. Like, your heart's pounding. And these are guys that you grew up watching and really, truly respect, and you just hope they have something nice to say. And I was fortunate enough to have really nice things said in the judging room there.
Yeah, I know. They called you a genius. They loved your food. Now, we want to dispel an error that was mentioned on MasterChef. One of the judges thought that Alvin was from Hawaii. He is not from Hawaii, people. He was born in
California.
Then basically grew up in
Oregon.
Portland, Oregon.
Yep.
Came to Houston when you were 23.
Yep.
And you love it here.
Love it.
Obviously.
Texan through and through now.
Texan. How long have you been here?
About 6 years now.
Okay, so now we know how old you are, lady.
Single.
Single, just saying. Okay. All right, so you're going to be on the show tonight.
Yes.
And there's a replay of last week's episode in case you didn't catch it at 7 p.m. tonight. Then a brand new episode tonight at 8. Now, what's your real job?
I work in a stereo store, so during the day I just play with sound and watch movies and listen to music.
And how did you get so interested in food, and how did you get so good at it?
I have always loved cooking, and the last couple of years I've been really focused into it. Do a lot of research on Google and a lot of messing up things in the kitchen and trial and error, and come up with some really cool things once in a while.
Yeah, his blog is really great, everyone. We'll have the recipe for this dish as well as links to his blog at HoustonTexasFood.com after the show. He calls himself a Google
Google certified chef.
Google certified chef. He learned how
That's
to
a new one.
on Google and YouTube, everyone. You too can do it. And we're all going to watch Alvin tonight on MasterChef starting at 7 o'clock today. And tomorrow morning.
That's right. Tomorrow morning we will have your breakdown of MasterChef with Chef Danny Trace. We have to have an expert for that segment.
Oh,
I can't handle it by myself.
absolutely. Okay, so Alvin, whisper in my ear how you did. Okay, back to you right now.
Oh, that's the secret.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable.